Hey, what's up you guys? It's Zach with PCBros, and today I'm going to show you how and where all the cables in the power supply go to the motherboard. This one's going to be a good one, so let's get right into it. Let me first start with just a little disclaimer. All motherboards and power supplies are slightly different. I'll make sure to mention some specifics when we get to it. For the most part, this will pretty much apply to all the power supplies and motherboards that you're going to be using. Here is the power supply I'm going to be using for this demonstration today. The one major thing about power supplies to note in this video is you have two different styles. You have the non-modular where all the cables are connected and tied like this. You cannot remove them. And then you have fully modular or semi-modular where you can actually plug in the cables, and that way you only have plugged in the cables that you need. But I'm gonna go ahead and break down each of the cables on the power supply here and then where they go into the motherboard. The first cable that you're gonna be finding on every single power supply is the CPU cable. This will also go in the exact same spot on every single motherboard. Sometimes it's going to look a little bit different. This one just has the 8-pin connector right here, and you'll usually see a little lip on the top. Sometimes it will be the 8 plus a 4. The other major cable that every single power supply and motherboard is going to have pretty much the exact same is the 24 pin here. It has a lever here on one side, and the connection is usually always made on the right side of the motherboard with this lip. When plugging this one in, you want to make sure that you really wiggle and push down until you hear a click. This one is longer, so you want to make sure all those connections are fully connected. Next up, we have the Molex. This is a 4-pin connector that is usually used for SSDs. I know on some cases that we use, like the Apivi or Prodigy, at least it used to be. This used to power the RGB header. But for the most part, you're not going to be using these on higher end builds and stuff like that. There's way better options nowadays, but most power supplies are still going to have them, so I thought I would show you. One that you will most likely be using though is a SATA cable. These are for your SSD drives. So as an example, I have just picked a random drive here. The SATA will plug right here on the left side, and usually power supplies come with many of them. The last one to go over here is the PCIe cable. This one does not plug in the motherboard either. This is for the GPU, and it plugs in right here on the side. Usually this comes with two different ones here, because sometimes your GPU requires extra power. This one actually comes with two whole different PCIe cables. Now, a common mistake here is mixing up the CPU and the PCIe cables. Now, the PCIe and CPU cables are very similar. Look how close these look. They're both 8-pin connectors, so make sure when plugging in the CPU or the PCIe, you're just double checking to make sure you're not plugging in the wrong one. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to know what the other cables go to in the PC, like the front panel and the USB, check out this video. The link will be down below if you want to see that full build guide. This one is really just for the power supply and breaking down each of the parts there. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you all in the next one.